What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons running game and what we should expect this upcoming season from the Atlanta Falcons in our running game. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for always tuning in to the channel, continuing to share out my content on all the social media platforms. If you would like to follow your boy on Twitter, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, I just recently got an Instagram. You can also follow me at Jew Talk Sports on Instagram. If you would like to donate to my channel, you can donate at my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So in today's video, I do want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons running game and what we should expect from this Atlanta Falcons team as far as being able to run the football this season. I do expect with Arthur Smith coming over as the head coach for us to be a more run-heavy team than we have been over the last couple years with Dirk Cutter as our offensive coordinator, who was a coordinator that didn't like to run the ball. He wasn't creative in his run schemes. And I think that that's getting ready to change this season with Arthur Smith now taking over the offensive play calling as our head coach and as the offensive coordinator. I expect the Falcons to go back to that Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, West Coast style offense. I expect everything to be predicated off of the run. So I do think that we're going to be a run first team now that we've brought in Arthur Smith. He's coming over from Tennessee, where he had Derrick Henry. And if you go watch any of those Tennessee Titans offenses over the last couple seasons when Arthur Smith was the head coach, they did a lot of different run schemes, and they were a run-heavy team. I don't expect us to run the ball as much as a team like Tennessee because Tennessee didn't really have a potent passing game. They relied heavily on Derrick Henry, and he was like the bell cow there. Here in Atlanta, I do expect us to be more versatile than a team like the Tennessee Titans because we have better pass catchers here. But I do think that it's going to be a lot of play action. It's going to be a lot of outside zone running scheme where you're going to have a lot of stretch runs and plays where guys like Mike Davis, who's going to be the starting running back for us, is going to have those one cut lanes where he's able to run outside and cut back in. Cut off the backside of the offensive lineman and things of that nature. I do expect us to be a more physical team. Now that Arthur Smith has taken over as the offensive coordinator, he is a former offensive lineman. So I really expect this year that our offensive line is going to be a lot more aggressive and they're going to be very improved up front. I do believe that Arthur Smith is a guy that understands run schemes and run fits and things of that nature. And I really expect this team, this Atlanta Falcons team, to be much improved in the running game. I do think that this Falcons team is going to be a top 10 rushing attack. We're going to be running back by committee. I've said that numerous times. And it's going to be kind of how I always say strength in numbers on the defensive side of the ball as far as pass rush. I also believe it's going to be strength in numbers as far as the backfield. I expect Mike Davis. I expect Quadri Olison to be the physical running backs on this team to be able to go downhill. Mike Davis is a guy, and Quadri Olison is two running backs that don't go backwards a lot. They're not going to dance in the backfield. They're going to be just like Michael Turner. When we had Michael Turner here, T.J. Duckett, those guys were one-cut running backs. They would go north and south, and that's what I expect out of Mike Davis, and that's what I expect out of guys like Quadri Olison. Javion Hawkins, is going to be a guy that's going to be a pass catcher out of the backfield, and he's another guy that you can use on toss plays and outside running plays. He's similar to Devontae Freeman style running back, similar to the running back Cam Akers that plays for the LA Rams, a guy that's great at catching the ball out of the backfield. Also similar to Anton Smith, who was here with our Atlanta Falcons years ago. He's a guy, if you give him the ball, he's electric out of the backfield. and I expect them to use him in a lot of different ways. And another guy that we have that we brought in free agency that I think is going to be a big contributor on this team as well is Cordero Patterson. He's a guy that you can use in wildcat situations. You can use him in the backfield like a traditional running back, and you also can use him as a pass catcher, whether he's in the slot or whether he's coming in motion and you hand him the ball like on a reverse. He's a guy that can take a reverse to the house the distance. So I definitely think that this running game is going to be very dynamic. I think it's going to be a lot more creative than even what we've seen in Tennessee when Arthur Smith was there, because they mainly relied on Derrick Henry to be that bell cow. They really didn't have a 2 or 3 headed monster. But I really think that this Falcons team, we have 3 or 4 or 5 capable running backs on this roster. Mike Davis, Quadri Olesen, Javion Hawkins, Cordero Patterson. Those are 4 running backs right there, just to name a few that we have on this roster that's going to be used in a lot of different ways, a multitude of ways. And I think we're going to see a lot of different sets in the backfield. We're not just going to see I formation, but we're going to see plays where you can put Cordero Patterson at the quarterback position in the Wildcat and have him, Javion Hawkins, Mike Davis. You can have all 3 of those guys in the backfield and let him choose who he's going to hand it to, or even him possibly keeping the ball himself, where he fakes the ball to one of the running backs in the backfield as a quarterback, and he gets the edge and he reads the mesh point, to see whoever that defensive end picks up. If the defensive end stays with Cordero Patterson, he can hand the ball off to the running back, either Javion Hawkins or Quadri Olesen or Mike Davis, whichever running back's in the backfield at that time. I think we're going to see a lot of different run schemes out of Arthur Smith, and he's very creative at opening up holes on the offensive line and making plays, drawing up plays where guys are going to be able to get open and get into open space. So I really expect this running game to be much improved this season. I think Arthur Smith was the right man for the job. I do think just watching him over the last couple years with Tennessee, they were very effective in the red zone, and that had a lot to do with their ability to run the football. They also were very good in third down conversions and things of that nature, keeping the chains moving. And over the last couple seasons, when we had Dan Quinn here, we struggled in short yardage plays. Pretty much ever since Dirk Cutter took over the offense, we struggled with 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. We struggled in the red zone. And I really feel like a big part of that, and a big reason that we struggled to score in the red zone, is because we weren't physical up front, and we didn't have creative run schemes, and we were not able to run the ball in short yardage situations. So I really think with us being a team that's going to be more physical and more aggressive on the offense and defensive side of the ball and in the trenches, that's going to bode well for us in the red zone. I expect us to score a lot more touchdowns in the red zone this year because of Arthur Smith's creativity and his ability to get multiple guys involved. When you have a 3 or 4 headed monster as far as a running backfield, by committee, teams are not going to know game in and game out what plays we're going to run, being that we're going to be subbing running backs in and out of the game, subbing wide receivers and different formations in and out of the game. They're not going to be familiar with what the Falcons are capable of on certain plays. So I definitely think that that's going to play a huge role in this running game being improved. And like I said, the creativity is the main point that we need to hit on. When we had Dirk Cutter here last year, he wasn't creative with Todd Gurley. He didn't use Todd Gurley in the passing game or any of our running backs in the passing game until like late in the season. I believe it was the game against the Kansas City Chiefs that we seen Todd Gurley catch a swing pass. And that was something that Todd Gurley was great at when he played with the LA Rams. He was a great running back in space against linebackers and things of that nature. And we basically abandoned that side of our game last year. We didn't see any bubble screens, any quick screens. Mainly, anytime we ran a screen last year, mainly we was running it with tight ends for whatever reason. We didn't use Brian Hill. We didn't use Ito Smith in those situations. And I think that we're going to see a lot of that out of a guy like Arthur Smith. I expect to see shuffle passes in the red zone and in short yardage situations. I expect to see zone read type plays, not necessarily with Matt Ryan, but if we do it the Wildcat, I definitely think we could see Cordell Patterson, doing those zone read type plays. And then even a guy like Russell Gage, who we seen last year, is able to throw the ball down the field as a quarterback. You could even see plays with him in the backfield where he's either going to hand the ball off or play action pass and throw the ball down the field like we seen last year against the LA Chargers when he threw that touchdown to Calvin Ridley. So we have a lot of weapons on this offense, of this offensive side of the ball. I think Arthur Smith is going to do a great job, like I said, at creating mismatches in the run game. And I really feel like this team is going to be one of the top 10 rushing attacks in the game, even maybe top 5. But I definitely think we'll be top 10. Within the last couple years, we've been like in the bottom of the league, in the bottom half of the league, like in the 20s when it comes to our running game and, yards per play as far as running the ball, yards per carry. But I expect that to jump up this year, and that's mainly due to Arthur Smith's, creativity, and also Arthur Smith's ability to not give up on the run. Because to me, Dirk Cutter last year, he gave up on the run way too early in games. That's the reason why teams were able to come back and beat us when we had huge leads. Teams were able to get back in the game because we weren't able to chew clock. When you're able to run the ball, you can chew that clock up. That's the way that you ice the game, is with your running game. Consistently get first downs, keep the opposing offense on the sidelines, and allow that clock to churn. And I really think that that's going to be a key part for this Atlanta Falcons team this year in winning games. Clock management. I really think the running game is going to play a huge part in this Atlanta Falcons team of winning and getting into the playoffs this year. But you guys let me know what you think of the video. If you think that the Falcons running game will be improved this season, I expect this running game to be much improved. And I really think that that's going to play a huge role in the red zone efficiency for our Atlanta Falcons, and also in our short yardage situations. I really think the Falcons are going to shock a lot of people with how good we're going to be able to run the ball and the creativity that Arthur Smith is going to bring to this Atlanta Falcons offense. But with that being said, this has been your boy Jew. Let me know what you think about the video in the comments. We are on the road to 2K or 2,000 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button for your boy if you enjoy my content. I really appreciate you guys who tuned in last night to What's the Word Dirty Bird, which is every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. We really had a good time yesterday on our live video during the live show last night. I appreciate you guys joining me. But with that being said, this has been your boy Jew. I'll holler at you guys in the next video. And also, if you haven't already went over to Atlanta Falcons Nation, please also go over to Atlanta Falcons Nation. Hit that like and subscribe button there as well. We're on the road to 2K at Atlanta Falcons Nation as well. But with that being said, this has been your boy Jew. I'll holler at you guys in the next video. As always, Falcons Nation, peace.